Welcome back to GiantMonsterGames. My name is Adrian, and we are playing some Budget Storm today. I think this opening hand is actually really good. We're going to keep it. Double Shivan Reef, which means we have access to all kinds of mana. We have an Electromancer, which we're going to try and play on turn 2. And yeah, I think this is actually going to work out quite well for us. So, be advised, I'm not the best Storm player. So, there may be some serious tilt going on later on in this video. So yeah, if you see misplays, let me know in the comment section below, because I have a hunch there's going to be a couple in this video. I have practiced a whole bunch of this deck, because playing Storm, you need to kind of know what the good interactions are. So yeah, we're going to play Opt right away here, by the way. May as well get some Opt. And Baral. Baral's not bad, but do we need a second? I think we're going to put Baral on top because it looks like we're going against black, which means they're probably going to kill off Electromancer or Baral as soon as we play it. So, oh, and an Electromancer. Now it's not worth value. We're going to play Baral first. Do we play Baral first? I think we play Baral first. Because Brawl only costs us 1 life, where Electromancer costs us 2. And now we're going to play a Goblin Electromancer. Not that it makes any real difference to us, but we're going to play Electromancer first. Mostly because I'm willing to bet money at this point. It's probably going to get Fatal Pushed, or Doombladed, or something of the variety right away here. So, which is fine, which is completely fine. Because we have, backups, double backups, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you don't ever want to see like 3 of these guys in a game. That's not fun at all. You want to see one in the opening hand, and usually by like turn 2. Also, we don't have enough to go off, by the way. We are not. Oh, it's affinity. It's black affinity. Oh, I see. We don't have enough to go off. What do we need to go off at this point? We can dig up some pieces, which is nice. But we don't have enough draw yet. Or do we? Or do we? I think we're going to throw out... what do I think? Throw out another Baral. And then... do we pieces of the puzzle right now? I think the answer is yes. I think we pieces of the puzzle for a single blue, which is nice. Just to get more cards in our hand. It's going to be the idea. Okay, so... ooh, good thing we didn't try and go off. We don't have any... like, any of the pieces we need. So, it's going to be Pyretic Ritual and... Desperate Ritual, I guess? And then ship it to our opponent's turn. We have all of the mana now. We need the card draw, is what we need. We might as well swing with the Electromancer. See if our opponent wants to take the bait. Well, maybe not. They don't have Death Touch, so it would just be 2 damage to our opponent's face. And that's gonna be it for us. We're gonna ship it to our opponent. Oh boy, this is gonna be a crazy match. Again, I don't have any of the draw I need, but as soon as I do get draw, we're gonna go for it. So we need a what? Another piece of the puzzle would be nice, in theory. Ideas Unbound would be good, in theory. Vampire Nighthawk, not so fun, in theory. In theory. The lifelink actually doesn't really bother me too much, because when we start storming, we should be able to storm off for plus life. Racing Storm for life is... yeah, not always the best idea. I know before I'd been playing Storm, I was like, yeah, okay, if we can get our life up a little bit higher, then they're gonna have a harder time storming off. And in truth, it's like Storm has a hard time getting to like past, say, like 6. Once they have like a storm count of 6, it's like either they're gonna bust or they're gonna keep going. And then once they break that threshold, usually it's just like, okay, well, to infinity and beyond. Well, I can do, if they can do like 6, usually they can do, or if they can do like, say, example, they sometimes will stop at like, say, 6. And if they can't stop at, or if they don't stop at 6, then they're going to stop at like 50. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Manamorphose. Ooh, does that do it for us? Does it do it for us? How many turns can we survive? I think we can play the Electromancer. And then say go? Do I say go? The big thing is we need card draw. So yeah, we say go. If we had card draw or card filtering, like blah, 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 Tormenting Voice, we could probably go off. So yeah, but at this time, not so much. Oh, apparently we're playing against a fan. Yeah. Hey, Nightcrawler666. Welcome to the live stream. For him, at least. It's a one-person live stream. And what is this? This is fun. Indestructible. As you play, enter the battlefield. Put a counter on an artifact you control. When you control no permanents with counters on them, sacrifice it. Ooh, fun. Okay, so if we kill this guy, we have to sacrifice it. Okay, well, it's a thing to know. Thing to know. So it's a 5/5 for 3, but you have to have artifacts in play. Oh, that's neat. That's a pretty fun little interaction. We have no way of stopping any of this. So we're going to take the 3 damage. And I think this means that we need to try and go off next turn. I'm pretty sure. 5, what is it? Potentially, what? 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. That's a thing. That's a thing. Enchanted creature. Oh, he's playing an aura on this guy. So Intimidate. We couldn't even block it if we wanted to, which is fine. Island. So here's the major question. This is the big one. Can I risk waiting 1 turn to draw into something? Like, this is like we have like a 30-40% chance, probably close to 40% chance, if we play Manamorphose now, drawing into something that's going to draw us more cards. Which is nice. It is in theory nice, but it's not very effective. I mean, that's a 30% chance we get to go off, or a 30% chance that we die. The other option, we wait, and he does 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, plus potentially 2 more damage from almost anywhere. That's pretty risky. Pretty risky indeed, especially because we have Shivan Reefs in place. So I think we're going to try the Manamorphose. We're going to try it, guys. Here we go. So we're going to get 2 mana from it, which is nice, but the drawing a card is what's really going to be important here. I think we need to decide the mana first as well, which is also annoying. So I think it's going to be probably a red and a blue. I think. No, probably blue. No, red and blue. Red and blue. Okay, so we go blue. We go red. Oh, pieces of the puzzle. Pieces of the puzzle cost 1 right now. Let's... Pieces of the puzzle. Ideas Unbound. And Past in Flames. Both of those cards go to our hand. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, so now we can Desperate Ritual. And hold on. No. First of all, we're going to go crazy town on this one. So here's the really funny thing. So Ideas Unbound is an arcane spell, and this has Splice into Arcane, which no one uses. No one uses Splice into Arcane, but in this one super duper rare weird scenario, we get to actually use it. So we're going to cast and Splice an additional spell. So we do blue and a blue. And we're going to splice this guy. And we're going to splice this guy. So, super funny. Can we place? I don't think we can splice both of them. Oh, it didn't let me splice. So we're waiting for this to resolve. Okay. I don't think it allowed me to splice the extra spell. It didn't. Ah, super lame. We need more blue. Manamorphose is in our graveyard. So Stormcrown's at 4. think we cast and splice. Okay. Oh, it did allow us to splice both of them. Sorry, I didn't realize it did allow us to splice both of them. So, okay. So we get a bunch of mana. I think at this point we throw down the Past in Flames because we need to Manamorphose. Need to play the Manamorphose. And we need to get blue so we can go Ideas Unbound. Blue. Ideas Unbound. Cast and splice. Who splices stuff into Arcane? Who seriously does this? Super funny. Super duper funny. The thing you never ever see in actual Magic. People splicing stuff into Arcane. Which is super funny. Basically, for those that don't know, splice into Arcane means you can pay the additional cost, which is on the card here, and then you get to play the spell without actually having to remove it from your hand. Which is pretty awesome. Pyromancer's Ascension. Yeah, we're going to throw that into play. And then we have Tormenting Voice. We do have a Tormenting Voice. Oh, hold on. Cancel. We can actually play... Oh, no, we can't. We already played the island. So we can play the Tormenting Voice, discarding the island. We don't need the island. We already have a thing, so we're going to counter on Pyromancer's Ascension. Always yes, and always yield. And then we get to do Tormenting Voice, where we get to draw 2 cards, which is nice. And I think we just do it again. Discarding Baral. We don't need more guys. Okay. Sorry, Storm is a little bit slow. I'm not as fast right now because I'm just trying to remember, like, what do I need to do here? Manamorphose at this point for red, which means we get double Manamorphose because this is going to be always yes, always yield. Because it already has 2 counters on it, which means we get to copy it, which means we get a copy of Manamorphose, which means we get an additional 2 mana. We're going to take double blue. And we also draw a card. And what do we think? Blue-red? Blue... no, blue-blue. And then we are going to play another Ideas Unbound. Another Ideas Unbound. Cast and splice. We're going to cast it for flash, and we're going to splice Desperate Ritual from our hand, and the other Desperate Ritual from our hand. Get a bunch of mana. And get a bunch of Pyromancer's Ascension triggers. So we're up to 13 on our storm count already, as you can see here. And we need to get a little bit higher. Keep in mind, the copied spells don't count when you're casting stuff. Okay, so we're gonna draw a bunch of cards. Now this is where we need to actually start just playing a bunch of stuff. I think we can just play Grapeshot, and then another Grapeshot out of our graveyard. Always yield. So okay, so we're about to copy a whole bunch of them. So, same as target. I just need to hit this a whole bunch of times. Same as target, same as target, same as target. So, creating a whole bunch of copies. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we need to hit OK a whole bunch of times. And then we're going to play Grapeshot again out of our graveyard. Oh, Storm. You saucy, saucy deck. The big one about our deck, the big thing about this deck is, by the way, if you're like upgrading, the mana base is like what needs to be upgraded the most, because the mana base is the one of the things that sometimes makes us lose the game, because it is not as consistent as it could be. And I'm sure there's ways that I could have done all this stuff more efficiently. You guys can let me know in the comment section below, because I'm not the best Storm player. I like to think I'm okay at playing Storm, but I could be better. Oh, and we get an additional copy from Pyromancer's Ascension, which is super funny. Okay. So Grapeshot, it goes to our graveyard. We're just going to play it out of our graveyard now. Main phase. Grapeshot. Oh, can't we play Grapeshot? We should be able to play Grapeshot. Why can't I play Grapeshot? That's weird. Oh, we'll play that one on our hand. It's also fine. We should be able to play it out of our graveyard, technically, because of Past in Flames. GG. We got the GGs from our opponent. Okay, going to sideboard. We're playing against black something or other. Super funny. And now what do we put against black something or other? I'm thinking Dispel doesn't really matter. I'm thinking we do need to put in some of our backup win cons. So I'm thinking stuff like Empty the Warrens probably comes in. Does Guttersnipe come in? Could come in. He is a good card to put in. So I think what we do is we take out one Grapeshot, because he's probably gonna try and remove stuff out of our graveyard. And Grapeshot tends to be, if they remove it, yeah. So I think we're gonna, I think we need to. Okay. So the thing is, if he decides to start like surgical removing stuff out of our graveyard, Desperate Ritual, or like usually people are like, hey, I'm gonna go grab Manamorphose because it's a really powerful card, but Grapeshot tends to be a better card to get out of our graveyard if he can. So putting Empty the Warrens in as a backup plan. Actually, we're gonna go a single Empty the Warrens and a single Guttersnipe, because with Guttersnipe, if we have it in play as we go off, we'll do a bunch of passive damage. So yeah. Yeah. Sorry, talking to the person. He is chatting with me. It's good to play with fans. It's good to see that like people that actually know the channel are the people that are playing against me. So yes. Okay. So good luck to you. Good luck in the next 2 games, or the next game. 2 games if he wins. So yes, I think with this opening hand, I think it's keepable. It is definitely keepable. Having one of our like make stuff cheaper guys is going to be super important. So yes. Ooh. Oh, okay, I see. So that guy that he was playing that needs artifacts, playing an artifact that is indestructible seems to be a pretty good idea. So that's pretty funny. Okay. Now, what do we do? I need to play faster. The thing about Storm is, like, if you don't know the best interactions, sometimes it can be pretty dicey on time. So Guttersnipe's always fun. I think we're just going to throw it on the mountain and ship it to our opponent's turn. Guttersnipe comes over here with Grapeshot in our win conditions. We need more mana production stuff, is what we currently need. Yeah. I mean, drawing 3 cards is always good, but yeah, more mana production stuff is going to be what we need. Otherwise, it's going to be super duper hard times for us. Okay. Let's see. So we're going against Artifact Life Gain. Ooh, Opt. Opt is good. Not as good as Baral, I don't think. I think getting Baral into play is probably better. Depending on what we draw in next turn. Depending on what we draw next turn, it depends on if we're gonna try go off to turn 3 or not. It's completely possible. If we draw into more mana production, we may try and go off. If we draw into a Manamorphose, we'll probably try and go off. There is the Vampire Nighthawk. Yeah. So the big thing about Storm, and this is one thing I didn't really explain in the deck tech, but something I'll try and explain right now. The big thing about Storm is the longer you can live and be comfortable about living, the longer, the more likely you're going to get the stuff you need. So every single turn that goes by, we're going to draw an additional card, which, sure, yay, that happens in every single game. But the cards you draw tend to give you the things you need to actually like go off and like win the game. Ooh, Desperate Ritual, you're also very good. So usually, oh, do we have enough? Do we have enough? I can live one more turn. So again, this is going to be like the perfect example of like, can I just live one more turn? So I have 2 options. One is Guttersnipe, which is good because once we start playing all these things, we can actually potentially kill our opponent faster. Potentially, actually. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, actually, I think we're going to go just Guttersnipe. Guttersnipe does 2 damage to each opponent whenever you play an instant or sorcery. So it doesn't target our opponent. But that means we only need to play 10 spells to kill our opponent. So, hold on. So this is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We might... I think next turn we're going to go off. I think next turn we're going to aim to kill our opponent. We should be able to do it. We have enough... Again, as long as he doesn't kill Guttersnipe, we should be able to go off and kill our opponent without having to go crazy deep into Storm. The thing about Guttersnipe, and the reason why you don't see it in many Storm decks, is it's a 3-drop, which is really expensive for Storm, and it's really easy to be removed, which is why we run 7, like of the guys that make instants and sorceries cheaper, because we just need one of them really. But we want to guarantee that we have one and guarantee that we can, like, get a second one real quickly. And they're also cheaper, technically. Okay, Tormenting Voice, this is totally 100% enough. So, how do we go about doing this? First thing, things are cheaper, except for ideas, except for... Ooh, yeah, we can go, we can do this. Okay, so it's going to be Ideas Unbound. I think we're just going to cast it normally, because we don't have... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Cancel. I think what we're going to do is play Desperate Ritual, not splicing anything. So we're not going to splice anything. This is going to be always yield. I do not need to yield to Guttersnipe. Okay, so we play Desperate Ritual. Then we play Ideas Unbound, splicing in the other Desperate Ritual. Yes. Splicing in Desperate Ritual, which then pulls the mana from here. And then... Oh, it looks like it actually... Neat. I didn't realize the splice was only costing 1, not 2. That's neat. That's very cool. I didn't realize it also reduced the cost of splicing stuff. I guess it's a cost, so it technically is better. Or technically is cheaper. Okay. So... Then we draw... Ooh, there. Manamorphose. So, do we Manamorphose now? Manamorphose card draw. I think so. So, Manamorphose. We're going to need to get blue from Manamorphose, I think. So, blue. Pieces of the puzzle. Paying a blue. Hold on. It's going to be... Oh, actually, hold on. Cancel that. Piece of the puzzle is not as cheap as I want it to be. So we're going to play Opt. Yes. So we're going to scry and... Nice thing is we're just doing 2 damage every spell we play with Guttersnipe, so we may not even need to play Grapeshot. We just need to actually make sure we actually play enough stuff out. Which, I mean, theoretically, we could have played Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual. Tormenting Voice. Sure, put on top of the library. We can use it. Okay, so Desperate Ritual. And might as well play Pyretic Ritual in response. Why not? Play both of the rituals. We're gonna need to play them both anyways. So get a bunch of mana. Tormenting Voice. Discarding Baral. So we're at 7. We're slowly just killing our opponent with our Guttersnipe here. So discarding the mountain. And drawing another 2 cards. Do we pieces the puzzle? I think we pieces the puzzle. We theoretically get... we get more cards with pieces of the puzzle, and we get to choose what we want rather than giving us like a single option. I think we actually have our opponent at this point here. So I can actually just grab, I don't know, Empty the Warrens and Pyretic Ritual, whatever. And then we Grapeshot our opponent to death. Gagagoom! Baboom. Well, this has been Storm, and you guys can see, again, sorry if I'm really quiet. I'm, like, thinking really hard on, like, what's the best sequence, and, like, can we actually do stuff. But this is basically what Storm does. It explodes and kills your opponent. Yes. Same as target. Okay, now we're gonna hit this button a whole bunch of times. Oh my god. Here we go. Oh, man. Okay. Fantastic. Yes. I could just hit 6, but then it'll skip the rest of my turn. I don't want to do that either. Okay, there we go. And that is GG for our opponent. Well, thanks for watching. My name's Adrian. This has been Budget Storm. Until next time, don't forget to game like a giant monster. Thanks for watching the videos here on GiantMonsterGames. If you want to support the channel directly, we now have a Patreon page which you can go and become part of the broader GiantMonsterGames community. Additionally, if you want to see some other awesome videos, you can click right here or right here.